3,000 years ago, Egypt crowned a woman, not a queen, but a pharaoh. She ruled a kingdom that stretched from the Nile Delta to the Red Sea. Then, as if struck from existence, her name disappeared, her statues destroyed, her story buried in silence. This is what happens when history fears a woman's power. Hatshepsut was born around 1507 BC, royal blood, daughter of Pharaoh Thutmose I. She married her half-brother, Thutmose II, as tradition demanded. When he died young, Egypt was left to a child king, Thutmose III, and to her. She was supposed to rule quietly, as regent, until the boy came of age. But Hatshepsut had other plans. She believed she had the favor of the gods and the ability to lead a nation. Around 1479 BC, she took the throne for herself, not as queen, but as pharaoh. She wore the symbols of kingship, the crook and flail, the Nemes headdress, even the false beard of the gods. And she didn't hide her gender. She redefined what it meant to rule. In temple carvings, she commanded the Nile, offered to the gods, and stood beside Amun himself. She claimed divine birth, saying the god Amun had chosen her. The message was clear. Hatshepsut wasn't just pharaoh, she was Egypt. While other pharaohs built their names through conquest, Hatshepsut built hers through prosperity. She reopened trade routes long closed. Her most daring expedition sailed to the legendary land of Punt, modern Eritrea or Somalia, bringing back myrrh trees, incense, gold, and panther skins. She planted those trees in temple courtyards so Egypt would remember her triumph. Under her rule, artists, builders, and priests flourished. She built obelisks at Karnak, towering higher than any before her, so tall they caught the first light of dawn. It was a reign of peace, and it made Egypt rich. But not everyone celebrated. As Thutmose III matured, whispers grew louder. A woman cannot be pharaoh. Hatshepsut's success embarrassed the male priests and generals who saw her reign as an offense to tradition. For 20 years, she outshone them all, a living reminder that Egypt's god-kings were not always men, and that, more than anything, was her crime. After her death, her monuments were attacked. Her successor, Thutmose III, and later priests began a campaign of deletion. Her cartouches were hacked out, her statues smashed and dumped into hidden pits, her images recarved with the faces of male pharaohs. It was one of the earliest systematic erasures in recorded history, what the Romans later called damnatio memoriae. For nearly 3,000 years, the world forgot her name. Then, in 1903, British archaeologist Howard Carter unearthed her temple at Deir el-Bahari, magnificent, elegant, and unlike any other. Decades later, scientists pieced together fragments of a mystery: a tooth found in a box, a mummy mislabeled in another tomb. In 2007, DNA and dental evidence revealed the truth. The unknown mummy was Hatshepsut herself. Why did they try so hard to erase her? Because she proved that power has no gender. Hatshepsut's reign threatened the mythology of male divinity. Her erasure wasn't revenge, it was control. But history has a sense of justice. Today, her name is spoken in classrooms, carved on museum walls, and whispered in documentaries like this one. Every time we tell her story, she rules again. Not over Egypt, but over memory itself. On the ChronoVault scale, Hatshepsut ranks as one of humanity's greatest erased rulers, the woman who built an empire of peace, only to be buried beneath lies. But in the end, truth always surfaces. Her name endures. Her light returns. History didn't forget her. We did. Until now. Subscribe to ChronoVault and help restore the voices the world tried to silence.